We're going to talk about obstacles, options, opportunities. We have spent an extensive amount of time in trying to understand what are the obstacles, what are the concerns that especially small, medium businesses have for cloud adoption. They're solution related, and now that'll sort of make sense about my solution, my ERP system, what I put together to run my business. And so we're going to look at those solution concerns. What's there? What you want me to go to? It's feature incomplete. I can't do everything I do today, right? It's going to leave a gap. Again, very valid concern. How do we look at that? What do we do about that? Feature incomplete? Yeah, well, I think that applies to every single piece of software on the planet ever produced, right? It's never 100%. There always seems to be gaps, always seems to be problems, right? It's just never quite there, whatever it is. Even productivity app, Word, Excel, I can always come up with a thing. I sure wish it could do this or that. So we get it. But just like GP and SL and NAV, they've had their own gaps, right, ever since their inception and still today. And most of yourselves and other clients of ours, have various add-ons or ISVs, right, bolted onto the system, different language used for that. The complaint we really sort of this nuance becomes is, yeah, but we don't have time to go research all of those or figure out what the new gaps are and what we would need to change. And so what we've really done is we've worked with almost 200 ISVs and add-ons in the marketplace today, understand their systems, their gaps, where they fit. We've put together our own partner program with them to help bring them in and pre-vetted them so that we can help and shorten this transition to the cloud. And no, example, if you do this, this is the best way to fill that gap. We get it. BC doesn't do it. Finance doesn't do it. And this is the best way to fit it. And we already have that ISV or that vendor, that product already lined up, ready to go. The integration's worked out, and make it as seamless and easy as possible, right, to bring those features into the system. Customize. I've spent, someone told me this a few weeks ago. I spent 15 years making this just right. It's just the way I want it. Yeah, I get it. You should see my workshop and garage, right? It's just right. It's the way I want it. Right. So what do we do? What are those options there? It is not uncommon that our clients, they don't even know what their customizations are because somebody did it 10 years ago, 15 years ago. That person or people, they're gone. They're no longer with the company. We don't even know what we have. Our assessment tools and health check tools, identifies all those customizations. And so we make a very comprehensive survey to help understand exactly what you have and what the impact of those customizations will or will not be. And then we can optimize that transition, especially using ISVs and vendors and other add-ons that we've already vetted for most business cases. And then the reality also is it also may be a good time to rework a couple business processes or procedures. And people are afraid to say that, but sometimes it's just a good chance, a good opportunity to do have a little bit of change. There's always it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? Don't rock the boat. Right? Sometimes the technology is like, I finally got the server running, don't touch it, right? We don't want it to break, right? Sometimes we're afraid of the technology itself. So let's look at that piece. But the reality is it's not if it's going to fail, it's when it's going to fail. These are computers, there's still a lot of hardware in there, the electronics fail, so it will fail. It's sort of like the insurance, right? It's not broken until it's broke, and it will break, right? So how do we do that? How do we mitigate the impact when something breaks, when storage device goes down, network cards go down, on-premise it might have video, be plugged into monitors and videos go down, workstations go down. They will go down. It's the nature of the beast. I've seen statistics even on Microsoft's data centers, the quantity of component failures daily can be in the hundreds, right? In a data center that has, a couple 100,000 computers in it, right? They break, right? So it's all about minimizing the impact of that breakage. Integrations, yeah, but I still have other on-premise systems, or they might be, especially in manufacturing, right? I have sensors, I have other data that's got to come off the floor, that's got to move in. If I move to the cloud, what does this mean? What does this hybrid, right? The market language, what does this hybrid experience look like for me? Like I keep saying, right? They're all very, very valid concerns. Well, most new ISVs and maybe ISVs you're using today, they've already put cloud-based solutions together. They're all cloud native. They work very, very great in the cloud. Most of it's just point and click. It's configuration based. You don't need middleware. You don't need extra software or extra computers. You just sort of configure them and point and click, and those integrations work. But there are still integrations necessary for other on-premise systems, whether it could be manufacturing equipment, meters, other many numerous things, right? And there are many viable and safe from a security perspective, right? Ways to keep both your new cloud system and your on-premise system connected as you're going through maybe a multi-step journey to the cloud. So we call that hybrid cloud computing, right, in the industry. And most of these problems have been solved, and there's technology for it that that are safe approaches that don't create security holes and security vulnerabilities in your network and in your business.